Hackers are normally supposed to be considered as the bad guys, but ethical hackers are actually the good guys, like a cop, who thinks like a robot in order to catch the robber. So ethical hackers are trained professionals who are hired by companies to hack into their networks and find the loopholes in their systems and try to give solutions for those loopholes in their systems. The term ethical hacker sounds like an oxymoron, but it's actually not. The coolest part of my job is meeting new people, finding solutions to their problems at their workplace, finding solutions for their application security, traveling all around the world, dealing with new technologies day by day. And the best part is to prevent fraud from happening in India and all around the world by using our software and guiding people how to prevent fraud from happening. Just how you need soldiers to fight soldiers, you need hackers to fight hackers. There are basically three types of hacking categories and three types of hackers. In the real world, people wear different kind of hats, but in the cyber world, there are three types of hats. The first is the white hat. They are normally the good guys. They are normally the ethical hackers who who are trained like a hacker to hack into companies' networks, find solutions, find the loopholes, and give fixes for those loopholes. Coming to the second one is the black hat. He's the bad guy, who actually hacks information for profit. He can either hack that information for profit, or he can hack that information and publish it online, where it can then be used by the good guys as well as the bad guys, for mischief or whatever. The third category is the grey hat. The grey hats are mischievous people who just want to play around with websites, want to change some text here and there on certain websites, who basically do stuff for fun, but their intentions are never bad. There are various kind of attacks that happen in today's world in reality. I will just go through a few of them. The first is the man in the middle attack. What happens in the man in the middle attack is when a user, for example, if you are logging in to your bank account, there's a bad guy sitting in the background somewhere, who's sitting in the middle. He's a black hat. He's a hacker who actually tries to get your session, get your information. So when you're trying to log into the bank, you establish a secure session to the bank. What this hacker does is he tries to split this TCP session into two parts, one between you and him, and the second between him and the bank. So what he can exactly do with this information? He can actually modify the values. For example, if you're sending rupees 100 to account number 123, he can modify that value to 1000 rupees or 1 lakh rupees to account number 12345, and you'll not even know that happened. A similar kind of attack is man in the browser attack. What happens in the man in the browser is you receive various emails, forwarded emails from your friends or from some unknown sources with some funny pictures or some Yahoo toolbar or some toolbars to be installed, free toolbars to be installed in your machine, or some screensaver. So you go ahead and you install them. What happens is actually a Trojan sitting in the background, which is getting all your information right from your account, your Windows password to your Mac password to your bank account details. It's capturing all that information and it's passing that information to somebody else. What also the Trojan can do is that Trojan can modify those values, same as the man in the middle attack, and he can modify those values and change the transaction to some other account. Another kind of attack is called as the boy in the browser attack. What happens in the boy in the browser attack is a user, once he's logged into his bank account, he suddenly sees a page pop up saying, please update your details with your account address, to your password, to your residential address and everything. So you gradually go ahead and you enter all your details, but actually that information is getting rerouted to a proxy site, and that is not of the bank. That's not the bank's website. That's actually a hacker's proxy site, and all that information is taken to his site. Hackers never sit on a computer. It's either done by a social engineering. The term social engineering is nothing but getting information from your colleagues, from your friends. What is his password? What can his password be? Try to brute force into his account. Brute forcing is trying different permutation combinations of his password and trying to get into the system. Sometimes you cannot get to a password, so you try the secret question. Try to answer what is your mother's name. So that's the normal type of brute force that happens in India, at least. And that's how your email account or your bank accounts are broken into. Right now, all the banks are implied two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication is not static passwords; they are all dynamic passwords. They always change from time to time. So there's no way where anyone can guess your password. The password always changes. So hackers normally, they build an exploit. Exploit is nothing but a piece of code or a software that sits on your computer or is sent to you via email, and then you click on that software, and then that software will exploit that vulnerability. A very interesting and funny thing happened to me recently. I'm a big Apple fan, so I recently received an email saying that you're getting an iPhone 4 in so and so price from so and so website. So I, like a fool, went on that website. It was actually a Chinese website. I went on that website and I looked at the price, and it was quite attractive. And I was dying to buy that phone because that had just launched in, and I'm a big Apple fan. I went to the website. They asked me to register. When I registered, I just entered my email address. That was it. I did not enter my credit card details, nothing. The moment I entered my email address and registered for it, I got a confirmation mail saying that now you're registered. You can go ahead and book. I'm actually lucky to not go ahead and book the iPhone 4 on that website. After a couple of days, some friends called me up saying that we received mails from your account saying that I have bought new iPhone 4. Why didn't you go ahead and try this site? When I actually looked at the mails, my account was hacked, and there were emails being sent from my account to theirs saying that Lloyd has bought an iPhone 4 from so and so site. Why don't you go ahead and buy? Any person can get into this field. He just has to have the love for computers, love for technology, love for solving problems, have the willingness to sit and always update himself, because hackers, the bad guys, always think out of the box. So as an ethical hacker, you too have to think out of the box. You too have to keep on updating yourself. You too have to always be in that learning mode, self-learning mode, and get out on the internet, learn new technologies, be willing to adapt to new technologies from time to time. You have to be a graduate to get into the security field, because most of the companies today want some degree in hand for the person who they are going to employ, and the graduation stream doesn't matter. The different courses are available in the market. There's a course called CEH, which is the most widely recognized course. The full form of CEH is Certified Ethical Hacker. There's a basic training course as well as an advanced training course. In the basic level course, they teach you the basic stuff, how to hack into different domains, what are different tools that are used, and an advanced level course is used for IT professionals, for security consultants to sit and try to help the companies figure out what are the loopholes in their system. As an ethical hacker, you might just start off small with a package of 10 to 15,000 rupees, but do not be discouraged. Over the years, you might just be testing for 2-3 years in your organization. Slowly, you can graduate to a technical security consultant or a technical account manager, where you actually handle accounts, where you actually meet customers, where you describe architectures, where you provide solutions to their problems and fit in your product in their existing architecture. You can earn a package around 60 to 80,000 rupees. It depends how good you are and depends on the level of what company you're joining. Your attitude should be always positive. You can jump to a product managing level, or if you're inclined towards the development field, you can get into a development role where you can get more on the coding side. Try to innovate more with code and build up more applications, build up more features in your existing product. So there you can get up to a package of 1.5, 2. It depends on which company you join. The highest level you can actually reach 15 to 20 years down the line is becoming a CIO, that is a Chief Information Officer. A CIO actually handles the entire security infrastructure of a bank, who holds the key to the entire security infrastructure of an entire organization, who has the power to control security systems and applications from time to time. For such a person, the package wise, sky is the limit for such a person. And an interesting fact is that in India there are 5 times more hackers than IT security professionals. So you can only imagine and calculate for yourself how much scope is there in this ethical hacking field and in the information security field. If you have a hero inside of you, and if you have the willingness to catch the bad guys in the cyber world and also have fun while doing the same, sky is the limit for such people. You just have to have the knowledge in different domains, update yourself from time to time, and just keep the faith, guys.